Oh, oh, oh my god. Oh, the seat is freaking hot. The seat burns my butthole, dude. Alright, anyways. It smells like weed up here. What's going on, guys? It is your boy, KO Rides here, back with another video, and as you can probably tell by the title, today I'm going to be reviewing the 2015 Honda Grom. I've owned this bike for probably 2 years now, almost 2 years. So long I've been riding it. And I have a lot to talk about with the bike. I've watched several videos of other people going over the 2015 Honda Grom, and I'm going to try to fit as much information as I possibly can inside this video without making it too long. So that is the goal today. I am currently looking for a spot to record the video. So first off, as you can tell, it is a 125cc motorcycle, or some people call it a mini bike. 125cc, barely 10 horsepower motorcycle, averaging about 3,500, 3,800, maybe 4,000, depending on where you live. I know probably the average is going to be 3,500 to 4,000. Is probably going to be the average for a lot of the people looking at Groms. I don't like it here. I'll go somewhere else. Alright. Well, first things first. This is the 2015 model of the Honda Grom. Originally white, but obviously I changed it a little bit. So starting with the pros, this is going to be a very, very small bike. 125cc engine, usually averaging about 10, maybe 10 horsepower. It's going to be very, very easy to handle. It's going to be very agile since it doesn't weigh that much because it is a small bike. And because it is such a small bike, it's very, very, very easy to learn how to ride on. I started riding about 16 years old. Now I'm currently turning 18 next week as I'm recording this. Don't know when this is going to be out, but 2 years I've been riding this bike. This is my very first bike. Got it in 2019 when I started riding. And I can say from personal experience, this is a very, very nice bike to start on. But do I recommend it as a first bike for everybody? That depends. If you're looking for more speed and power and like highway riding, you should probably save up for a bigger bike. This bike, stock, top speed, it's probably only going to be around 55. And when you reach the hill on a highway, your speed, it's not going to be so high. But on the other hand, if you're looking at maybe ripping around a town or just cruising, this is going to be a perfect bike for you. Alright, moving on from that, we're just going to talk about just basically the bike itself. Starting off, the Honda Grom is a very, very, very durable bike. For example, if you watch maybe Fooligan or Grommy Bear, two examples right there, you see how they ride, especially Fooligan, you see how he rides. These Groms can take one hell of a beating. You can beat the ever-living hell out of this bike and it'll just get right back up, run like nothing happened at all. Alright, moving on to the looks of the bike. So let's be honest, the stock look of a stock Honda Grom, it's small, it's pretty dorky looking. And if you're like a freaking 6'1" tall dude on a little tiny bike like this, you're gonna look pretty dumb. That's just how it is. You're gonna look pretty stupid. But on the side, these bikes are very, 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 very freaking customizable. Pretty much almost anything on this bike, you're gonna change it out with something else, like the engine, the 125cc engine. You can swap it out with a big bore kit, get higher up in those CCs. You can change the color of the fairings. You can get different grips, different bars, different exhausts, different rims. You can do anything to this bike. Speaking on how the bike looks, these bad boys back here, the Honda Grom is a very, 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 very good stunting bike. They're light, they only weigh a couple 100 pounds. You give some oomph, you can get that front wheel right off the ground. I can't. I can probably only lift it up like freaking this off the ground. I feel like this high off the ground. I'm sitting there watching like Grammy Bear and Fooligan ripping wheels on the freaking main roads. Nah, bro. It took me years to freaking do that, dude. Oh my god. Anyways, stunting bikes. Bikes are very durable. They can take a hell of a lot of damage with minor injuries, of course. They can still run perfectly fine after lubing it, maybe. And you see Groms a lot of the time. People stunting on Groms, a lot of popular stunters own a Grom because of how light it is, how fun it is to ride on the Grom, and so on. So overall, for the pros of the Honda Grom, very nice bike, very durable bike, easy, very, very easy to learn how to ride on. It's not too fast, but it's not too slow. It can still get up there, but nowhere near like a 600cc or a 1000cc per se. If you race a 600cc with a Grom, you're just asking for it at that point. Alright, moving on to the cons. Everybody likes the cons. So first off, small bike. You're not going to get to 100 miles per hour on a Honda Grom. It's just not going to happen. Stock Honda Grom cannot go 100 miles an hour, no matter how freaking hard you push it. Its max speed's probably only going to be 55, maybe 60 downhill, unless you mod the hell out of it, which, in that case, respect. And since the Honda Grom can't really go as fast as, per se, 600cc, like the Kawasaki Ninja 600 or the ZX6R. The ZX6R will completely wipe this bike because the bike is slow. I see a lot of people buy Honda Groms and get rid of them only a couple months of having them. If you're looking for speed and you're looking for power, you are going to grow out of the Honda Grom very, very fast. The Honda Grom, it has enough power, but not enough power to start overtaking people on the highway. And the bike's only got like 10 horsepower stock, around that at most. I don't know. I don't do research, man. All right, cons on the bike itself. The seat is bad. The seat is stupid. It is uncomfortable. You sit right here, right in your tailbone. You ride for maybe an hour and a half. Sitting down, it's going to feel awful. Of course, you can change a seat out. You can do that. But the stock Honda Grom seats, I think this is stock, sucks. Completely sucks. And going on to the seat, this seat is so unnecessarily hard to take out and put back in. I'll show you guys. Gotta yank on it just to get the seat out. So if you get pulled over and you're pissed off because you just got pulled over for somehow speeding on a Honda Grom and your registration, now getting that seat off is going to piss you off even more. Now after the whole ordeal, trying to get the stupid thing back on, it's just a ridiculous mess. You twist the key and you start boxing your bike. That's how you take the Honda Grom seat off. I don't know why it's like that. It's a stupid idea. Should be a hell of a lot easier. Unnecessary. All of it's unnecessary. Unnecessary work. And another thing I see a lot of people like talk about, I don't have it, but the stock exhaust. If you have the stock exhaust for the Honda Grom, I've heard many people say that after a while, after riding for a while, the stock exhaust starts to like rust over and look all nasty and stingy. You don't want that on your bike. So if you don't want an aftermarket exhaust on your bike, you're gonna have to do something eventually, since the stock exhaust is just gonna start rusting. And then back to the looks. It's a dorky bike. You gotta admit, it is a dorky bike. And last but not least in my list are the stock tires. My tires are not stock. I have Michelin tires. Highly recommend. The grip is phenomenal. These things feel like they're gonna last me a century. But the stock tires, they're cheap, they're poorly made, they're dangerous even. I've even heard people say they are dangerous. So when you first buy the Honda Grom, get those tires out of there. Replace the tires. Tires are stupid, cheap. Don't know why they're on there. Alright, moving on. An overview of the bike. This is the front. The Honda Grom has 3 different models. This is the first model, the OG Honda Grom with the dorky looking headlights, dorky looking blinkers, and then the kind of flat seat but has a little bit of arch to it. That's also with the older gen Honda Groms. The newer gen Honda Groms, the SF Groms, having LED headlights and kind of a little, I guess, bump back here with the newer Groms, well, SF Groms per se. This is the taillight. This is not stock. This is a motodynamic integrated taillights, so it has both blinkers and the brake lights. This is the exhaust system. OG Groms usually have the exhaust system coming up underneath the tail. Some have them coming up down here, and so on. These are the bars, also not stock. I have Pro Taper bars. I think Pro Taper grips, pretty sure. The clutch, aftermarket, the manual brake, and the front brake. This is the dash. One thing I really love about the Honda Grom is it has a fuel indicator. A lot of bikes do not have a fuel indicator. I know of a few. It is annoying. It is very nice having a fuel indicator. One thing I wish Honda Groms had, the SF and the OG, are a gear indicator. You have your miles per hour, rev counter, your miles, and of course the clock. Then the miles, you can change from miles per hour to kilometers an hour. You can adjust the time, and so on. That's the kill switch, the start button, the headlights, the blinkers, and the horn. So on my bike, I had the Yoshimura exhaust. Yoshimura, however you want to pronounce it. I love this exhaust so freaking much, dude. I love the way it sounds. I just love the overall feel of the bike. And I also have it mixed in with an aftermarket intake too. I do not have the stock intake, so that obviously does change the performance a little bit. God damn. Alright, let's do some shots of this bad boy. So long story short, that is the pros and cons of the Honda Grom. 2015 Honda Grom, about 6 years old, 8,000 miles on it. In my opinion, I absolutely love the Grom. Do I think it's worth $3,500 though? Not really. To be honest, $3,500, too much for this bike. If it was a little bit less, 100% would have bought it. Well, I absolutely have it anyways, so that's that. So that is my attempt at a 2-year 2015 Honda Grom review. Hopefully I went in depth enough. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them. Just in case I missed anything in this video, just let me know in the comments below. I will try to answer them to my best ability. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Honda Grom in the comments below. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you watched this far, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. My camera. Alright, as always guys, I'll see you in the next video. And peace out.